Walking.
Walking.
10,000 steps.
10,000 per day.
Now, you probably heard that you need 10K steps a day to burn fat, but quite frankly, it's overhyped and outdated. It's not always about how many steps you do, but about what kinds of steps you're doing that make the biggest difference when it comes to your fat burning potential. So in today's video, I want to show you 8 science-based walking hacks that you can use today so you can start burning more fat, starting with Japanese interval walking. Now, think of this as interval training before walking. Japanese interval walking starts with 3 minutes of slow walking, followed by 3 minutes of fast walking. This is done over a time period for 30 minutes total. And I talked about it on this video right over here. Now, studies have shown that this elevates calorie burn, improves cardiovascular health, and reduces stroke risk by up to 40% while also increasing your fat oxidation beyond steady state walking. Now, the reason why Japanese interval walking works is yes, you get to alternate between fast and slow paces. This is obviously going to challenge your cardiovascular system, which will increase the intensity. But the most important and also sneakiest thing that this is going to do is it's going to prompt continual improvement in your speed and efficiency. You see, as we get older, we have a tendency to slow down, and I know this isn't breaking news, but stick with me. When you continually challenge your gait speed, you are forcing yourself to improve aerobic and leg strength. And over time, this is going to teach the body how to walk faster with better form, which will actually amplify your fat loss results. Walking hack number 2 is walking uphill or adding an incline. Incline walking has been shown to significantly increase calorie expenditure compared to flat walking, sometimes by about 50% more, because your heart rate and muscles have to work harder. Not only that, but when you walk uphill, it builds more muscle in your lower body, in your quads and your core, and this extra effort will also stimulate fat metabolism throughout the entire body. And something people may not know, especially when they're walking on the treadmill, is that putting your walks on an incline has been shown to simulate outdoor conditions, which is perfect if you do the next one. Walking hack number 3 is getting an under-the-desk walking treadmill. And one of the best ways to increase your calorie burn for the entire day is by not realizing that you're doing it in the first place. So there's a term in fitness that's called NEAT, which is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. It's a catch-all term for the energy you expend through random daily physical activities that are not structured exercise. And here's where walking treadmills come in. They allow people to turn dead time into active calorie burn time, which is a key component of NEAT. In fact, this has been one of the best investments I made in my health over the past few years because it's helped me add thousands of extra minutes of walking into my life without even having to think about it. I walk during meetings. I walk when I have to brainstorm things. I walk while I'm watching sports highlights, which, as a Toronto Raptors fan, can be quite painful. I even walk when I created this script for this video that you're seeing right now. So to me, this is one of the most brain-dead ways to get more walking in without even having to expend more effort. And this increase of NEAT as the daily movement that you get outside of the gym can be more important than actually going to the gym itself. Yes, this type of movement has been shown to contribute to fat loss, including the reduction of visceral fat, but more importantly, it will contribute to living longer more so than the 3 hours we speak inside of that gym. Now, sometimes when I'm walking on my treadmill and I'm getting work done and I'm feeling like I'm really getting used to it and it feels a little bit easy, this is where I implement the next hack. Walking hack number 4 is wearing a weighted vest or a rucksack. So adding a weight like a weighted vest or rucksack while walking has been shown to increase calorie burn by 10 to 15%. It's a way to boost your energy expenditure in a safe and joint-friendly way. And yes, there is research that shows when you consistently use a weight vest while walking, it can increase fat loss and can actually help you burn visceral fat, but it can also help you build, if not maintain, the muscle that you have inside of your lower body and bones. But there is something cool that you may not notice when you add a weight vest to your walks, and it has something to do with the gravitostat theory. Now, there's not a lot of research done on this, so hear me out. When it comes to the amount that you weigh, there's this little thermostat that we have in our brains called your set point. If you end up losing or gaining weight, it wants to bring you back down to baseline, just like the thermostat inside of your home. So when the body bears this extra load, it subconsciously senses that it's heavier more than its normal set point. In response, metabolic signals encourage weight loss as the body tries to recalibrate to its preferred baseline. So strapping on the vest doesn't just work mechanically, it may nudge the body's internal weight regulation systems to burn extra fat automatically. Now, I want to add that in the study, they had the people wear weight vests, but it was over an 8-hour time period, not during a 30-minute walking session, but it's still worth exploring further. While this hack focuses on tricking your body into thinking that it's heavier, the next one will help you burn more fat efficiently, and it is walking after a strength training workout. So I work on a gym that actually has some legit athletes in there. And specifically, we have some pro card bodybuilders. And a lot of times when you see them doing their workouts right afterwards, they're jumping on an incline treadmill or a step master, and for good reason. Walking after strength training helps burn more fat because the strength training actually releases these fat mobilizing hormones, making stored fat available in your bloodstream. And when you walk in this post-workout period, your body is primed to use that newly released fat for energy, especially since insulin levels are lower after intense exercise. So this specific timing increases the rate of fat oxidation, allowing the body to use that fat instead of carbohydrates, which leads me to the next hack, which is walking after meals. Something I do in my workday is I set up my treadmill desk before the end of the day and also before I leave for lunch to make sure that I will be getting my steps in right after, and for good reason. When you walk after a meal, it helps you reduce the blood sugar spikes by using sugar as fuel immediately, which prevents excess sugars from being stored as fat. Studies also show that walking right after meals also improves insulin sensitivity, and its effect on regulating your blood sugar means you don't have to deal with increased hunger or those energy dips that you have after you eat. Now, for our final hacks, I want to share with you a couple of workouts that you can use if you want to get the more out of your walks. The first workout is called the 12-3-30 workout. The 12-3-30 workout means that you're walking at a 12% incline at 3 miles per hour for 30 minutes. And this has been shown to dramatically increase calorie expenditure and also activate those large muscle groups, which will lead to more efficient fat burning and metabolic benefits. Research has actually found that this method leads to higher rates of fat utilization compared to self-paced running, making it more popular and also an accessible approach for people who want to lose belly fat. And this one ties into the incline walking perfectly because the more incline that you're putting your walking in, the more intense you're going to make it, but also you're building up those lower body muscles as you're doing it. And the last one is going to be my personal favorite, and it's the one that we use with some of our clients, and it's called the pyramid walking workout. So pyramid walking gradually increases the intensity throughout a session. This ensures the body doesn't adapt too quickly, and it also maintains a strong fat burning effect. You start with a 5-minute warm-up at a low speed depending on your skill level, and then for the first phase you would increase that speed by 1 level and also your incline by another level. You would do this for 10 minutes total. For the second phase, you would increase your incline again by 1 level and also your speed by 0.5 to 1. You would do this for another 10 minutes. And the final phase is going to be 5 minutes total, and you would increase your incline by 1 to 2 levels and also your speed by another factor of 0.5 to 1. Now, the beauty of this pyramid walking workout is that you can tailor this to your fitness level. It could be as intense or as chill as you want it to be. And by layering intensity over a 30-minute walk, when you're going slow to fast to slow, the workout keeps the metabolism elevated, replicating proven methods for sustained belly fat reduction. Walking is literally the most effective, accessible, and easiest way to burn fat. But the problem is that you get diminishing returns the more that your body gets used to it. So with these hacks, it's less about being focused on the amount of steps that you should be getting per day and more about how you should be getting those steps in the first place. And now you have 8 simple hacks to amplify your walks so you can trim the belly and get in your best shape by the end of this year. And by the way, I created a free guide on the walking protocol we use to help our clients burn belly fat. Drop a comment below saying walk, and I'll send it to you. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.